What's up, guys? Hope you all are doing fine. In this video, what you will be learning is you'll learn how to install DroneKit. You'll install all the necessary packages that is needed for your drone to be up, and then you will write your first Python code, Python script, and connect it to your drone. And yeah, just see how your drone will respond to this Python script. So let's get started. Okay, so guys, let's get started. Open Mission Planner first and go ahead and change a few settings. Since we'll be doing serial communication with our Raspberry Pi, we'll have to change our Mavlink version. So let Mission Planner open up as you see my screen, and uh, yeah, my com9, go ahead, connect it. So the thing is, there are two Mavlink versions, Mavlink 1 and Mavlink 2 at present. So Mission Planner can communicate with both Mavlink 1 and 2, but what just happened? Okay, it's connected. Okay, there's some issue. I'll just like disconnect it. Yeah, so Mission Planner can connect with Mavlink 1 and Mavlink 2, but the drone kit only works with Mavlink 1 as of now. So most of the times you'll try experimenting and you'll be like, why is it not connecting and things like that. And that's only after after many iterations, I managed to realize that the connection did not work only because of different version. So head over to this configuration tab and go down to full parameter list, and go ahead and type serial, SERIAL, and wait for it to load. And yeah, so once serial has been loaded, just scroll down. So you see serial 0 refers to the USB connection of the PICSOC, wherein you're directly uh, plugging a micro USB to your laptop and the PICSOC. I mean, that's how you're communicating. That's where the telemetry is working. And serial 0 protocol, let it be set at 2 itself, but you can even set it to 1 if at all you want. Then serial 1 baud refers to telemetry 1. So if you have this wired to telemetry 1, then you can go ahead and make changes to serial 1 baud and serial 1 protocol. So serial 1 protocol here in my case is set to Mavlink 1, and I have my the wires connected to telemetry 2. So my telemetry 2 should be set to Mavlink version 1. So I have my telemetry 2, serial 2 set to Mavlink version number 1, and I've changed my baud rate to 921. So faster baud rate means better communication. So you'll have to go ahead and do that, and you have to just go ahead and write these parameters. So in my case, everything is written, and I just go ahead, disconnect it, and reboot back to my Uber. Yeah, guys, so let's get started. Go ahead and we'll have to first install DroneKit. DroneKit is like our Python library for us to, go and connect through our drone over the serial communication. So for doing that, just go ahead and do a pip install DroneKit. And there's one issue when you go ahead and do pip install DroneKit. Uh, what happens is it requests. You are down with an error of some missing packages. So you'll have to first install those missing packages. Go ahead and do this: sudo apt get install lib xml2 dev and libxtl Python. So in my case, I've already installed it, so I'm not going to go and reinstall that part. Then if you want to use Python 2, do pip install DroneKit. If you want to use Python 3, do pip 3 install DroneKit. So pip 3 install DroneKit. In my case, I've already installed them up. Installed DroneKit, and it yeah. So my case, I don't have to like reinstall it. So that part is done and sorted. So next, we'll have to, there's something called mav proxy. Mav proxy is like a Python file through which you can, directly go and send Mavlink commands to the drone over your Raspberry Pi. Through your Raspberry Pi. And to do that, just do pip3 install PyYAML mav proxy, and it should like go ahead and install all that you need. In my case, I've already installed it, so that's not a problem. So now this particular mav proxy, Python file is stored inside your local bin, inside the bin directory of your Ubuntu. So every time you want to go ahead and run that particular script, you will have you will have to like export the path. So instead of like exporting the path every time, you can go instead of sourcing that path every time, you can go ahead and export it once and store it into your bash rc file. So when I send this particular command, what I'm doing is this particular terminal command is there, right? I'm storing that into my bash rc file. The other way you can do it is just type sudo nano.bashrc shrc, and you should be able to like open that file, and here you can just like go and export all those files which you want to be loaded in your terminal. So every time you open the terminal, everything is exported. So in that way you can like go and store those things out. So you see here local bin, this is what was like exported by me last time. So this is set to. So Control X and done. So go ahead and clear it. Next, we'll have to go ahead and somehow connect with our drone. So we have to figure out where is that particular port, to which port I am actually connected to. So for that, run the map proxy command. So you can run map proxy. Since I've already exported the path, just go ahead and type mapproxy.py, and then serial 0 should be the port to which you have like connected to, and my baud rate I changed it to 921, I think 931,600. Wait, I'll just like confirm it. What was my baud rate? Drone getter. No, not this one. 1 second, just a second. Map proxy. Where's my map proxy? Map proxy. Me proxy. Communicating with the map proxy. Oh yeah, it is 921,600, not 931. So go ahead and change that to 921,600 and enter, and we'll see it says my mode is stabilized and my servo voltage is at 4.2. It tells me my Ardocopter version and what I'm actually running. So go ahead and enter. It tells me I'm in stabilized mode. So if I have to like try to arm it, I can just like type arm throttle, and now it tells that now it failed. That arming throttle failed because I don't have these are my issues. My hardware safety switch is off, my compass is not healthy, and all of that. So what we've managed to achieve here is we have understood that our particular communication is mapped at this particular port, serial 0. Yeah, and we are successful in like establishing a good baud rate for communication. Next, what we'll have to do is go ahead and use Python and try to connect with Python. So go ahead and open Python 3 and go ahead and import DroneKit. So from DroneKit, go ahead and import connect and change. So connect is like one method that will accept like 3 particular parameters, that is connect string, wait ready, and baud. So connect string is the string in which you will actually specify the particular port which is open. In my case, connection string will be like serial 0 port. So I'll just go ahead and enter. So I'm storing the connection port over here. Next, I'll go ahead and try to connect it, and my baud rate is 921,600. 921,600 and enter. So we'll just like give it some time and see if it connects. It is expected to connect. Critical, yeah, see, I've got all my particular parameters saying that compass is not healthy, compass 0 not found, and all of that. So all these little issues can be solved by you directly over Mission Planner. So great that you guys have if you have followed along with me till now, you have successfully, you have been successful in setting up this Raspberry Pi. I mean, setting up the connection. So you have understood the port and all of that. So let's go. So guys, let's go get started. Let's go write our first Python script. And for that, you'll have to go and open your Visual Studio Code on Ubuntu. In my initial videos, I did mention of how you can connect Visual Studio Code to the Raspberry Pi through remote SSH. So go ahead and connect that. Uh, yeah. So in my case, oops, my bad. Okay, I'm recording. Yeah. So I've just like gone ahead and connected to that. And then I'll open my folder. Dr. Yeah. So this was a directory I had previously opened, and yeah, I trust the authors and enable blah 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 blah. Yeah. So in that particular directory, you see there's only this ultrasonic one function that was tested previously. So go ahead and create a new file here, and I'll just name this as first Python file, or I just like drone.py. I just like name it as drone.py, and here I will go ahead and so what you're actually doing is you are actually typing it into this particular place. But I don't like VS Code. I mean, I don't like typing here in Raspberry Pi because it appears a little sluggish. But yeah, so go ahead and there's a little code which I've like pulled out, and you can go ahead. I'll go and explain that particular code. Yeah. So first you'll have to go ahead and import DroneKit. Uh, from DroneKit, import connect. Import DroneKit, or okay, yeah, let's just be imported. And then from DroneKit, import connect. Yeah. And vehicle.connect. Here we'll have to specify our this thing serial port. So that was like tt no def, what was it, dev slash crial 0, weighted e equals 0 true. I mean, yeah. And then here I'll have to like specify particular baud rate, right? Baud rate was 921600. Let me just like go and recheck my particular code. I don't remember it. That was typed in Python 3, and yeah, connection strict and baud equals 921600. So I'll just like baud equal to, yeah. So this particular function is arm and takeoff, wherein you will specify a particular target altitude, and before that, we'll every time you have flown your drone on Ardocopter, you will have tested a few pre-arm checks, right? So this particular thing will ensure of that. So it waits until the all the pre-arm checks are done, and it checks if the particular vehicle is armable or not. So all that is incorporated with this object vehicle, I mean defined through connect. Yeah. So while it is not armable, it keeps waiting until the whole vehicle is initialized, so it is stuck in this loop. And as soon as the vehicle becomes armable, uh, it will try to arm the motors, and you'll see that all our commands, what we are doing, are being executed through our through the Raspberry Pi, right? So it's like your Raspberry Pi is guiding the guiding your particular drone. So ensure that you have set up a particular mode on your transmitter switch that is set to guided, and this particular command will set the mode on the drone into guided as well. And then go ahead and type vehicle.armed equals true. That means you're telling it to arm in this particular position. And you see, as soon as you go and try to arm it from your transmitter, it takes time for it to arm, right? So that's this particular part of code. Yeah. So as soon as I mean, it waits until the drone actually arms. So once it is armed, then vehicle.simple takeoff. Simple takeoff is another command, uh, uh, is another function, and it will take in a particular target altitude. And then yeah, while true, go ahead. So it's like what is happening is you want to just keep printing the particular target altitude, and this particular function here, vehicle dot location dot global dot relative frame. So I mean, what is relative frame? Relative frame is the target altitude with respect to what it was like present initially. So if you are on your terrace and you send this command 20 meters, so from that 20 from your terrace it is going to climb to 20 meters. So what is happening here is it's going to keep climbing to a particular altitude, and once it has reached that particular altitude, like 95% of that altitude, you get this print statement. Yeah, so you have written your first Python drone program that will just like arm your drone and take it to a particular altitude. And for you guys to go and try it, please be very careful. Ensure that you have your transmitter ready with you in your hand, so that if things go wrong you can switch it to stabilize mode immediately, and you can go ahead and try to execute this particular command. Ensure that you're trying this setup on some open place, and just there can be chances wherein there are GPS glitches and all of that. So make sure your build is like very good and very neat and proper. No jugad here at all. So no taking risks. So let's see. Let me try to run this particular file. Uh, Python 3 drone.py. Wow. Okay, so what I realized that I mean, there was a little bug. So this vehicle.connect that was mentioned here, I've just like shifted this vehicle.connect down. So and one more issue was that there was no time imported. So go ahead and import time, and then now I believe I can just run the script. So Python 3 drone.py. Uh, Basic preamp checks. So okay, I'll have to like make these few changes, very small changes, because I'm running Python version 3. uh, just a second. Cycle.arming.py print simple takeoff, and then print altitude. Oh boy. And then reached altitude. So this is done, this is saved. Let's see if it works. Missing parenthesis line 13. Oh yeah. As simple as that. Yeah. Python 3 drone.py, and you see now it's running. So let's wait. Python 3 drone.py. Ta-da! You see it's working. Something is happening. Waiting for vehicle to initialize. Yeah. So at this particular point of time, it keeps waiting for it to initialize because my vehicle is not armable. It has got of these particular errors like compass is not healthy, compass not found, and whatnot. So and plus you need a good GPS log. So this has to be tried like when you're outside your house only. So yeah, hope you guys go out and try it, give it a try. Let me know if you guys succeed. Put down your comments. Let me know how else I can like improvise my videos and how else content can be put better in front of you. Yeah, and keep waiting for some more upcoming tutorials. So in my next tutorial, I will be teaching you how to go ahead and install OpenCV, and we'll write a small program through which we will go ahead and do object tracking. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up, and let me stop recording.